full power!
Gives me the creeps. I feel like something's watching us.
Savick, you go right on quoting regulations.
Hello, computer.
I knew I would.
You betrayed your uniform!
Target their cargo hold. Time to take out the garbage.
Smooth as an android's bottom, eh, Data?
I beg your pardon, sir?
Aspires to be better than I am.
Come on. It's gonna be fun. 5 years in space. God help me.
This is the best day of my life!
A phaser? You didn't use it?
Swords are fun.
Program complete. Enter when ready.
Welcome back to another Retrek review, where each week we talk about Star Trek, and this week we're talking about episode 21 of Star Trek The Next Generation's Season 2. This episode that we're talking about this week is entitled Peak Performance. It originally aired July 10th, 1989. It was written by David Kemper, first-time writer for the series. It was directed by Robert Shearer, a returning director who had previously directed The Measure of a Man. The synopsis for Peak Performance is, with the Borg threat in mind, Starfleet stages a war game simulation pitting Captain Picard and the Enterprise against Commander Riker and the 80-year-old starship Hathaway. However, when the Ferengi suddenly attack, the Enterprise is crippled, forcing Picard into a seemingly no-win situation. Then we had some guest appearances. We had Roy Brocksmith as Sirna Kolrami. Roy Brocksmith is an actor who passed away, sadly, about 25 years ago. But he played some notable roles throughout his career. He played a police officer in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. He was the mortician in Arachnophobia. Played a lot of small parts in television shows, but probably the only thing that people might recognize him from was the 1990 Total Recall movie where he plays the psychiatrist guy. He's sweating in that scene, so
that's fine.
So we've had some Total Recallers on the Next Gen, which is pretty fine.
Just not Schwarzenegger.
No, never him. Next is Armin Shimmerin, who played Braktor. He's a returning actor. He had previously played another Ferengi in The Last Outpost.
Okay.
Then we had David L. Lander, who played the Ferengi tactical officer. He is a actor who's played in a lot of small parts, but he's probably most recognizable for playing Andrew Squigman in the sitcom Laverne and Shirley.
Oh, wow.
Then we had Leslie Neal as Ensign Nagel. That was the lady who talked to Riker and Worf. And then Glenn Morshower as Lieutenant Burke. He was the tactical officer behind when Worf left. Very famous actor. He typically plays general military admiral guys in most of big movies. But the thing you would remember him from is he played Sheriff McReady in the Star Trek Enterprise episode North Star.
Oh, okay.
But that was the introduction to the episode. But before we move on ahead to supporters of the podcast, let's go over to Caleb and ask Caleb what he thought of the episode.
It's okay. I enjoyed it. When it first started, I was like, oh, here we go with another, war scenario.
Yeah.
Those always go good. Why is Cook doing this? Why are you shooting at us, Cook?
Yeah.
I enjoyed Riker and Picard kind of like at odds a little bit, but also like
Mm-hmm.
respecting each other. I thought that was fun. So I'll give it a 2 Akuda this week.
Nice. So nice you gave it twice.
Yeah, I think that's a good spot for it.
Good. Other than a couple little parts in it, it was pretty much an enjoyable episode, which was good.
Worf has some great one-liners,
He does.
as per usual.
It was a fun sit through, and I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
Well, before we get into our full review of the episode, we can first, right off the bat, and they come over here with us. And we say thanks to Ed Markstar and Captain Olimar for being Patreon supporters of the podcast. We forgot to do it a couple episodes. So this week we thank Ed Markstar for, allowing children to sneak behind people's backs and cheat, maybe, quote unquote, and get the job done. And then we thank Captain Olimar for believing in his second officers and standing up for when people are rude and inconsiderate about them, and then standing in the line of fire. So we appreciate you both for doing that. And as a benefit of being a Patreon supporter of the podcast, you get your comment read during the podcast. First here we have from Ed Starr. He left a review on our review of The Emissary. He goes on to say, I'm giving The Emissary a Roddenberry. Mixed feelings about this episode. I have a reoccurring issue with the immature, thoughtless way explorations of alien culture play out in the TNG series. There's a shallowness to Susie Plaxton's portrayal of Kalar that destroys any serious examination of Klingon culture. TNG was our best opportunity to raise Klingons above a biker gang society. Have you also noticed that Starfleet Federation personnel are rendered like your least favorite teacher from grade school? The crew of the Enterprise are always playing to lackluster characters not a part of the ship's complement. It's so true, because it's like everybody else, it's like they're either the Enterprise people are too perfect and like everybody else is the idiot.
Yeah.
Or it's like...
Or the crew has to be idiots.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And I agree, like it would have been nice to, in that episode, if they had used something, just give her character more depth so that the Klingon stuff just made more sense.
Yeah.
Like at least her dismissal of it and like disliking of it. He goes on to give us a popcorn award suggestion, which we will tackle in our other video series, Hailing Frequencies Open. But then next, we have a comment from Captain Olimar on the same review of The Emissary. His first comment here is, when's the Quantum Leap review?
Never. We're only doing new Quantum Leap reviews.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy it.
Perfect, yeah.
We're only doing controversial episodes of old Quantum Leap.
That's the only ones they're doing. Yeah. Captain Olimar goes on to say, he says, Klingon killed my son.
Oh, that's my favorite quote, man. Yeah, and then for that to turn into like, well, my son would be very proud. He really wanted us to have this peace treaty.
He says, if the quality of episodes in season 2 was a roller coaster, I'd be vomiting by now. Pretty interesting premise for an episode. Gotta blow up some Klingons before they do what Klingons do, or find a different solution. You do you. So, that's funny. Kalar is pretty great. It was funny that she didn't even want to try other options, and she was the ambassador. I don't mind her feeling Klingon culture is too heavy-handed, but I think I agree with Will that she's too opposed to Worf right away. I don't like the Klingon culture that you mate and it means you're married. Did Riker get married to that Klingon lady when he was on an officer exchange program?
We can't prove that he even did anything with her. Show me the receipts.
Yeah, that's true. He says nonsense, though. He says nonsense.
Yeah.
Like, I totally understand her being the way that she is in it. Like, it doesn't. Both Worf being like, well, now we're having Klingon marriage is like too much, but her also just being
Hmm.
so flippant towards the whole thing is like terrible. That's what I didn't like.
She like picks and chooses which
Yes.
Klingon heritage thing he's most like proud of.
Yes.
And it kind of annoys me a little bit, but
Well, he says, I do take your point that she's very wishy-washy with Worf's feelings. I get the impression that maybe she's supposed to be torn between wanting the relationship or not.
her human side wants it, the Klingon side doesn't want it.
Yeah. He says, I didn't mind it. Not like she's going to marry Worf and join the show, which is true.
Right, that's true, yeah.
It's like the episodes where they tease a major member of the crew being in peril. Like Malcolm can't really die to a mine through the leg.
Mm,
Yes. Yes. Totally understand what you're saying. I totally get where you're coming from.
yep.
And my thing is, if you know she's not going to be on the show and they're not going to have a working relationship,
Yeah,
then
don't write it.
don't have them like do this will they, won't they? Well, she doesn't really want it, but she does want it kind of thing. Just don't write that.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like they're trying to make Worf like more human
Yes.
and have people like empathize with him,
Yep.
which is fine, I suppose.
And also show that Klingons aren't so bad.
Yep. They're just like us. They like doing it.
Smooching.
So, yep.
Great catch, Will, with the programs in the holodeck. Those are nice little Easter eggs for the fans. I love the return of Skullface, obviously.
Oh yeah. Second and last, baby. Second. Second and
Twice as
done.
nice. Tyson. Yeah, second and done. Yeah, there you go. I like the solution to the episode. Worf used Klingon honor to trick those stupid idiots. Should have launched photon torpedoes and finished them off.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if he was like, fire, no way. Two Akutas this week, though. Keep up the good work, guys. So there we go.
Nice.
He also gives us a popcorn award suggestion for Hailing Frequencies Open. But then he dropped this other little comment. And I said, uh-oh. Uh-oh. He says, oh, yeah. Great outfits this week. They looked really good. Much better than Picard's embarrassing dress uniform.
Oh, snap.
And I was like, uh-oh, I don't know if Caleb will stand for this.
It's not my favorite dress uniform. I'll tell you that.
It's no TOS dress uniform.
It's definitely not, and it's definitely no Strange New Worlds either. That's right. He does have like a long,
Yeah,
like dress tunic that goes like all the way to the knees almost.
yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I dislike it, but yeah.
It's all right. I like that he was wearing a long dress tunic and she was wearing her nightgown. I think that's funny.
Well, we appreciate those comments. We appreciate that type of support here on the channel. It's fun for Caleb and I to read them, get a good laugh, hear some other perspectives, and makes this whole experience more enjoyable. And if Patreon doesn't work for you and you can't pick a tier that best suits your wallet, just wait a day typically, and you can watch Hailing Frequencies Open, where we generally talk about all of the comments left on our channel.
Yeah.
So that was our thanks to our supporters. But without any further ado, let's get straight into the review. So, Captain's log, they come onto the bridge, and then they're immediately, the Zakdorn guy comes off the turbo lift, and he's immediately just like, yeah. I was just like, oh, wow, that's right. This guy's immediately weird. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I was just like, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Give him kudos to playing a part and not just like walking the stage just a regular guy, but
he leaned
hard.
hard into it, yeah.
I was like, but I can appreciate it because it does make him feel more alien. It just does.
Yeah. The makeup was good too, I thought.
Yeah, it wasn't it? Yeah, it's pretty decent.
He had a lot of really great facial expressions too that I
He did.
enjoyed.
He did. He really did. I liked Worf's point. He made like a pretty decent point about the Zactor reputation, where he's like, so why are we listening to this guy basically? And Data's like, well, because of these type of things that they get into. They're huge
Yeah.
strategists and they're really, really good and all the stuff. And he's like, Worf's like, but they've never fought. And Data's like, no, because everybody believes that they wouldn't stand a chance. And then
Right.
Worf's like, then that reputation is meaningless.
Then it's pointless.
I was like, it's not a bad point.
It's not wrong.
When they're in the observation lounge with Riker, Picard, and Kohlrami, they're the Zacdorn guy, I really enjoyed the fact that they kind of explained why this was happening, and that Picard brings up that they're doing it because of the Borg threat. I thought that was a nice touch.
I was happy to hear that was like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Like they're not just like randomly doing it just to do it in
Yeah,
an
because
episode. Yeah,
he was like so against it, and he was like, yeah, but
yeah,
maybe because of the Borg thing, like it's probably not a bad idea.
yeah, it was decent. And then I know that the Kohlrami there makes a bad face at it, but I kind of liked. I was thinking it's kind of a strategic move on Riker's part to ask Picard. He says, "Would you care to surrender now, Captain?" Before they start going onto the ship. And I thought, yeah, because what if the slim chance Picard says yes, and then he wins yet again? 0.01% chance Picard will say yes.
Yes, yeah, but you gotta take that percentage.
Exactly.
It's just funny too because it's like the Federation wants to see how people respond to basically being in a lose situation.
Right.
But it's like, okay, like you're either gonna blow up or you're gonna like come up with some alternative. Like those are your two options. Right. So it's like, why do you need to study that?
I think in the long run, I think they were trying to basically look at Riker's crew with old technology, antiquated technology, and find interesting new ways on how to like be tactically smart about how to handle like the Enterprise, essentially. Like,
yeah,
like they said, it's like an 80-year-old ship. Like, okay, so how like you have to stand up against the other ship. So like, how do you effectively stand up against it? I think that's kind of what was the point. I get what you're saying totally. Like,
yeah,
like there's not many alternatives. It's either
right.
die or figure it out. Come back from the musical intro, and I thought Pulaski saying that the Zacdorn needed an attitude adjustment was laughable. I was like,
she doesn't understand aliens, Will.
No, and or robot
or robots. Yeah,
I was just
like,
yeah. No, I know. She was annoying this episode.
It's interesting. Yeah. I get that, like, like, yeah, you gotta knock this guy down a few pegs. He thinks he's like the smartest person in the universe, which is like, yeah, that's annoying.
Right, yeah.
But also, like, a lot of that is part of his alien culture. So
right. Remember, xenophobia is okay.
Xenophobia is good in this timeline.
If the Enterprise crew is doing it.
Yeah, if somebody else is doing it, kill them.
That's right. Blow them up. Worf breaking his model at the sound of the door chime was good. I enjoyed that a lot. I have no idea what he was making.
Oh, man. When Riker comes in and says, like, oh, am I interrupting? And he, like, pushes it all into the garbage can. And he's like, I was just finished. Whatever he says.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I already completed it. And I was like, that's so good.
All set. It almost was like he was making a sailboat or something, but I really
looked like some sort of sail ship, yeah.
But he also had like there were like wood whittling like pieces, like he had been making those things that broke.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just really, it was very funny.
They threw all that stuff together. It's just
Yeah.
15 different kits of stuff they just put on the table and
Told him to shove into a
like,
bucket.
hey, just break this stick when the door opens.
That was good though.
That was pretty good.
I liked him bringing out the point in that scene where he says there's nothing to gain if sacrifice isn't on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Because I enjoyed that.
Yeah, you're not gonna take it seriously.
And then he says probably what you were talking about. He says probably one of the most memorable lines from him in the series. He says, "Guile,"
Yeah.
because
Join
Riker.
me.
Yeah. Yes.
You're outmanned, you're outgunned, you're out-equipped. What else have you got?
Guile.
Guile.
Guile. I don't know how I feel about the whole. I don't know. Maybe you feel better about it. Maybe you can shine some light on it. I don't know how I feel about Riker challenging Kohlrami to that game
Just to lose.
just to lose, and like Jordy was like, so you'll give him a fighting chance, and he's like, no, I won't do that at all. And then he gets in there and he loses, and it's just like, oh wow, and he's like, that's the way it goes. And I was
Yeah,
like,
I don't know. I don't hate it, but I also don't really understand like his reasoning. But like he takes it as like a badge of honor to even be able to like play him. And it's like, okay,
which yes,
that's fine.
like playing a grandmaster in chess is fine, and only making 3 moves and then you lose. That's fine, but it's just like I don't know. I don't feel like it was needed in the episode
No, I don't think so.
because it didn't show that Riker kind of thinks outside the box, and that guy was like unprepared for how Riker thinks. And still won, but just was like, oh, interesting, you have an unconventional way of playing. I think it was just a way to introduce that game.
Yep, I think so. Yeah. Doesn't he only make like 23 moves or something?
Something like that. It was like 21 or 23, yeah, something like that.
I have money on you making it to level
Yeah.
6.
That's what I was like.
And then what if I don't? Like, well, I'll be very frustrated because there's no money. Remember, there's no money.
Yeah, I was like, what is the ship's pool? I was like, is it holodeck time? Like,
No, Will. We just say things that we know, but there's no monetary gain. So don't worry about it.
there has to be something though.
No, it's just a word. No matter.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
But what was your general thoughts on Stratagema?
Stratagema. I've seen it before.
Have you?
Yeah, I've seen the fingertip tube things.
I
I
see.
had no idea what it was. I remember seeing them doing it. You know, it's okay. It's like yeah, it's supposed to be like, well, it's like way futuristic and stuff.
Yeah.
It's fine. I don't understand what's going on the screen. Obviously, nobody does. It's
No.
made up, but I assume you're trying to like block your opponent's the circles on the screen from filling in the square or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
I think you move the circles to make squares on the board is what I have assumed, but I don't
I
know.
feel like having all of your fingers is a little it's a little much. Yeah, it's a little much. I don't know. It's fun. It's a fun Star Trek thing, you know.
Yeah. They were hoping it was going to sweep the nation.
Sweep the nations.
Yeah.
It didn't.
No.
It's so like more technology than is like needed for what they're doing, you know.
Yes, yes. That's because you can't just give them a joystick and then tell them to do it. People will be like, that's not futuristic.
No.
Using all 10 of your fingers, though?
Where are the tubes?
Where are the tubes?
The
I
Borg
also
have
like that it
tubes.
spins because that would be easy to follow for any player.
Yeah, that would be really great. Yeah.
Then we come back from the commercial break after Riker loses to Stratagema to Kohlrami.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You lost. We come back and we get an old bridge set.
Yeah, I like the old bridge set. I really appreciated the boatswain when he used the
Yes.
comm. That
Yeah.
was good. What
Yeah.
is this era ship? Is it like the movies? Is it like Star Trek 6
Yeah.
movie timeline?
Well, this is the so like legitimately, this is Search for Spock is the last time they used this.
Okay.
So what it legitimately is they used it for motion picture Wrath of Khan and the Search for Spock, and then obviously the Enterprise blows up, and then they made it a little different and made it the battle bridge when they do the saucer separation.
Ooh.
So,
Oh,
so then
okay.
now, so then they unredressed it and made
Uh,
it go back to looking like the movie set from the first couple Kirk movies.
yeah, that's sneaky.
But yeah, that's 80 years old, so it's like 2280, which is a couple years before Star Trek 6.
Gotcha. That's cool.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Caleb probably is enjoying this because it's the older
I
ship.
like I like seeing the old stuff again. Yeah.
I enjoyed the part where Riker goes to give Worf the second seat, like the first officer seat. And he's like,
Yeah.
Lieutenant LaForge is a ranking officer. He deserves it. And then Riker explains why not. I just
Yeah.
like the fact that Worf wasn't just like, of course.
Yeah, it's humility. Yeah, it's nice.
It was nice.
And he's like, hey, idiot, you're the tactical officer, you're the security guy, and Jordy's the engineer. So obviously you're gonna be in the second seat. I don't need an
Yep.
engineer in this. Yeah. But you
Like,
know what's
well,
funny? Going back to the bridge thing,
hmm
for me, it's just one of those things where it just shows like how much better these bridges are than the new bridge.
mm,
Right? Like your second in command sits right next to you,
yeah.
and then everybody else is like within reach. Like it's so much better than having three people sit next to each other in a weird place. But again, that's just me. I'm not a fan of the
Yeah.
bridge.
Hashtag not my bridge.
And I've yeah, hashtag not my bridge, not my crew. So
Yeah.
I won't speak about it anymore. I've already talked ad nauseum about it. So
Then we had a nice sequence of the ship powering up. Thought that was really cool.
I like the design of the ship. I like the four nacelles, top and bottom. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yep.
It's funny that they're like, hey, what makes a ship look old and unused? Like, well, obviously, like wiring harnesses all over the place that have just
Yes.
been ripped out of the wall and thrown on stuff. Yeah, that you're right. That looks just
That,
like it.
that looks old and useless. We kind of talked about it a little bit, but I like that scene where Riker and Kohlrami and Picard are talking about the mismatch. Like, like why is the Enterprise going up against this older ship, and why are we having a crew of 40 people on the older ship? Like, what's the point here? It's clearly a mismatch. And then the guy's like, well, this is the point. This is what the Borg are all, it's what it's all about. I enjoyed that
Yep.
bit. More explanation of why they're doing it, which was good.
I did like that. Yeah.
Also, Data's confusion and disinterest in playing stratagema against Kolrami was good. When he comes up to the bridge and he's like, "Oh, Lieutenant Commander, I heard that you want to tackle me in stratagema," and Data's like, no, nope, don't have any interest in doing that." And then Pulaski gets up and she's like, "Well, he just means that he would never ask you to do that."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, yeah, of course, because you're just a machine, and that's yeah, no big deal." And she's like, "Oh yeah, why would you play against a machine? Because you'll lose." He's like, "I wouldn't lose." And then she turns back, and she's like, "So you'll take up the challenge or whatever?" And the Data's like, "No, I won't. I won't do it." And then
Yeah.
she's like, "Please do it, please." And he's like, "I
Huh?
will do it."
Yeah, wasn't a fan of that. I get
Right,
like wanting the robot crew member to beat this guy. Like I get that.
right.
but like forcing him into it
Yes.
and then having to do damage control on it is like,
Right.
so it's just this thing, the next scene that you're going to talk about is when Pulaski and Troy like walk into Picard's office and they're like, "Hey, so we really messed this up and you got to go fix it." All right, first of all, screw you, okay?
Yes.
Because not my problem. Like that kind of
Yeah.
annoyed me where it was like, "Hey, this is your fault. You got to go fix it." And then
It's a,
Picard is like mean to him, and it's like, oh, like you guys did this. He's like, it's your fault.
I know exactly what you're saying, and I agree with you. In that sequence where Pulaski and Klorami are doing that thing, I like Data's reaction to it all more than anybody else's. Like Klorami's is
Mhm.
probably second, and hers is third. I just
Yeah.
like that Data just genuinely was like, I really don't care about this.
Yeah, like I don't need to prove anything to anybody.
Right. And he just doesn't care and he doesn't understand why it would like why does this matter?
Yeah.
And then later, like what you're saying, I wrote that Pulaski using Data to knock Army down a peg is like kind of messy. Like it's fun, like you're saying, like, oh yeah, it's fun because he's a robot and
Yeah.
that would be interesting to see this robot take this jerk like kind of a jerk character down.
Again, it's his
It's his culture, right? But
yes.
overall, it's also like you shouldn't be behaving like this. Like you shouldn't
Mm-mm.
care. Again, humanity shouldn't have these feelings of like deep competition.
Yeah, aren't they evolved past this? Like, shouldn't
Right.
they not care about doing this?
Like as weird as it was for you and I to watch it and be like, why would Riker do this? It serves no purpose. That's really how they should be in the future. They're just like, oh no, I'm totally gonna lose, but it'll be fun to play the guy. And that's it. Like I don't look
Yeah.
forward to winning because I know I'm not going to win. But I'm still playing because
So
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed
does
the experience.
does the messiness of this scene make the end scene better, in your opinion? Because
I
I
don't
do enjoy the scene at the end
obviously
where Data's
yes
like, "Well, I didn't really beat him. We're kind of at a stalemate, but he
yes
walked off, and then basically, yeah, I busted him up."
right
Like,
right
okay, yeah, I enjoyed
yes.
it, but yeah,
It's a thing where obviously at the end because you like Data as viewers we like Data.
right,
So you're like
yes,
ah nice what a good ending and you're like that was enjoyable. But when you look at it in the context of Star Trek, like if these were real people, you're like, I don't know, it doesn't land
yeah,
like how it does for a TV show. For a TV
no,
show, it's great, but for in-world stuff, it's like you basically force this android to play this guy so that you could disrespect his culture because you didn't like it. And
yeah,
then when the android basically chooses a path to never win, to just do an endless loop of gameplay, and the guy gets ticked off because they went to like 35,000 moves, and
yeah,
he removes himself because you've embarrassed him because you've disrespected his culture. It's like got him.
yeah, humans,
It's like
yeah,
beat him up.
take take that, Roddenberry.
Right,
Humans will
exactly.
always be humans.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
when you
all
look
right.
at it from, a late 80s television show with a favorite character and he says a funny line, I busted him up. Like you're like, "Oh, go go go." Everybody claps and it's like so
Yeah,
it's a thing where I don't hate it, but I also like it's messy. It's
it
messy.
is messy. The thing that it always comes down to for Data to me is like, well, they're using this to show how he's learning more humanity, like he's becoming more
Yes.
human.
Yes.
Um, because him being like, well, I shouldn't have lost. Like, obviously, there's a malfunction in my programming,
Yes. Right. Right.
and like he's just like obsessing over it. Like, okay, like I like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I didn't have a problem
I think
with
that's cool, but
yeah.
you know, everything else about the situation was like not really.
You're like, this isn't really how it should be. Yeah, totally.
This makes me a little uncomfortable. Yeah.
Yeah. So before he goes down to play the game, we cut back over to the Hathaway, and Worf and Riker are talking about how to deal with fighting the Enterprise, and Worf comes up with the idea that he still knows the sensor codes, so he can make them believe that an enemy ship is coming. And he's like, man, that might actually do it, Worf. Great job. And in the background is Ensign Nagel.
Yeah. I like that scene where she's just like,
yeah, she was super
just like
distracting, right?
Yeah. She's staring at the camera.
Yes.
While they're talking.
But she's also not doing a thing that real people waiting to chime in are doing. She's like looking around, and then she's like looking at Riker, then looking at Worf, and then looking around, and then she's like, okay, Jonathan Frakes said his line.
There's my
and...
signal.
Yeah, exactly.
But guys, what if we all right, cut.
Exactly. Oh man.
It was very funny. I picked up on it like immediately.
She just was she was weirdly placed in the scene, and she was very distracting.
It's like if you're gonna have a person like that in the center shot,
yeah,
just turn around and look like you're like pressing buttons and like doing stuff. Like
right, she starts off the scene with her back to the camera, like she's doing stuff, and to me, just do that until she hears Riker get close to her line, and then turn around and be like, and then come in, kind of a thing.
It was like the director played it as like, well, she likes this idea. She thinks this is cool, so she wants to kind of like hear what they're saying.
Right, exactly.
And then be involved in it, It's like, okay, but yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah. I did write, because she brings up the point, like, well, wouldn't the view screen deceive them? And then Worf's like, well, the view screen will project an enemy ship. And until later, they briefly explain it, but I was like, why would the view screen do that? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, oh yeah, it'll just put a fake ship on it. Like, is that how the view screen works?
I don't know. I'm so back and forth on the view screen anyway.
You're right. It's not a window.
It's not a window. But remember, if you'd see like solar flares, super bright. It's like you might as well be staring out the window, So it's like they play pretty hard and loose with the view screen.
They really do.
I think everybody forgets it's a view screen.
Like it's a camera and you're watching it on a monitor. Right? It's like that's all it is.
Yeah. No, the ship's computer is going to identify it as a Romulan vessel, and it's going to be like, oh, I know what that is. Project image. Like that seems pretty faulty. That seems like bad technology.
It seems like a real bad idea.
Yeah.
Let's not put that on the bridge.
Unless they run and look out the window.
Yeah, and then there's just some guy. I don't see anything.
It's just Guinan.
Oh no.
Down in 10 forward looking out the window.
But no, she's in that small cubicle office looking on the monitor.
Nothing on my screen.
Nothing.
It's a wide shot. She's in the office looking at this little screen. And then the wide shot is the entire 10 forwards, all glass. And she's like, nothing out there.
And then you see on her screen, you see on her tiny little monitor, you see the Romulan ship go by, and then behind her on the 10 forward windows, there's nothing there.
Nothing, yeah.
She's like, yep, it's right there. I see it.
Oh, yeah. It's coming in hot. Good stuff.
So, obviously, the next part that I don't know how I felt about it.
You felt good about it. You liked it.
I don't think I did.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess you don't need to.
How did you feel about Wesley weirdly outsmarting the lieutenant guy when he takes the ball with tubes on it out of the cabinet?
Okay, so here's my first confusion. They call him lieutenant, but is it not the same guy that goes back on the bridge? Is it a different guy? Because he looks exactly
same guy.
Okay, so when he's back on the bridge, Picard calls him ensign.
Does he?
Yes.
Maybe he is an ensign. Maybe I'm calling him lieutenant. Okay.
So I thought he was an ensign because Picard talks to him and says ensign.
Okay, so he must be an ensign if you heard him say it. So
yeah.
I just assumed he was lieutenant. But go ahead.
Okay, so with that out of the way, you can kind of justified a little bit more because he's an ensign
Okay.
and an idiot. But it's just one of those things where it's like, I like that they did this. I like that, Wesley kind of got the upper hand
Yeah.
because he's boy genius and it's fine. But it's also one of those things where it's like, if they were taking this as seriously as they portray that they're taking this, nobody is allowed back on or off the ship ever.
Right.
Like during the simulation. Like, I don't care if you have I have an experiment that I've been working on for my science project. It's going to blow up.
It's like Data can go and take care of it for you. It's fine.
Yeah, it's a little messy. It's one of those like, yeah, but he's gonna save the day.
And I think the thing that made it worse for me, and I know that they gave this poor what's his name here, whatever, Morshower here, like the ensign that plays the tactical officer.
Yeah.
The thing that I didn't understand what they were doing. What were they trying to really convey here? Wesley goes over. Kolrami's like, he should be escorted and not allowed to go anywhere, only to where his experiment is.
Yeah.
Okay. They cut to Wesley in the thing. He opens it up. The guy, the ensign, is literally standing with his back to whatever Wesley's doing. And he's doing this thing like,
hurry up, Wesley.
He's like looking around as if somebody's going to come up and see what they're doing.
Yeah, I know.
He's like a lookout for whatever's happening.
He plays it weird. Yeah, he plays it weird.
And then he's like, okay, are you done? God, he's like, come on, are you done? Like, I got to get back. He's like, yep, that's super fascinating. Yeah, that's great. Oh, wow, that's terrible. And I'm just like, what did they tell this guy to do? Like, why would you write him like this? And I get that, like, well, if he really knew what Wesley was doing, he would say, like, isn't this a critical part of the Enterprise? And he'd be like, no. And then he'd be like, I don't think that's an experiment. You're not taking that. I get that that's like kind of the point, to have him be dismissive of Wesley. A child is here doing children things, but it's nothing against him. He clearly was told to behave like that, but it makes no sense.
The whole thing is weird.
Yeah, it was really strange.
I like that Wesley kind of got the upper hand on him. I like the whole, like, well, this thing is it's not doing good. It could blow up any second. I gotta
transport
get it off the ship.
Yeah. Whatever.
Transports it behind Geordi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. It's obviously I knew as soon as this was happening, like, okay, this is a main plot point of this episode because the writing on this whole, like, him being able to go back on the ship to get it is not realistic. So I knew then,
right?
All right, like this is either how they're gonna beat Picard,
right? Is
with this surprise warp, or something else is going to happen and they're going to need to use it to, like, live.
Right.
So,
and it was both.
I nailed it.
Well, this is the halfway point, so go down to the comment section and write Guile.
Wesley's tube ball with handles. No.
We come back from commercial break, and we talked about it already. Data loses, which, was whatever.
He loses, and then he loses his entire personality and everything about him.
He's just like, well, if I've lost to somebody that I shouldn't lose to because I'm a genius, there must be.
Well, I might as well go switch myself off.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's just like, Troy comes into the room and he's just sitting there and he's just jamming something into his back and he's trying to get the off switch to go.
He loses and he's like, wow, I can't believe I lost. And the next time she goes into his office and he's just sitting there.
So Picard's had enough of Kolrami being terrible about Riker. He takes him into the ready room and he's like,
you better shut your mouth about my first officer.
He's like, explain it. Explain it.
He's too whimsical. I hear he goes on dates a lot.
When he's faced with serious situations, he makes too light of it, and I don't like it.
I hate that women like him.
So, but the first thing I noticed and I almost wondered if they set the shot purposely this way. When they first walk in, he walks away kind of far. He goes right to the fish tank.
Yeah.
And Picard
Yeah.
kind of stays close to the door, and there's a shot behind, well, it's to the left of Picard, but it's like in the background of the shot, and it's the model of the ship that Riker is currently on, because I'm pretty sure
That's
the
cool.
Stargazer is the same type of ship.
That's funny. Okay, so I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah,
I was too distracted by the fish tank with no fish.
why you can't have fish in that? It's cruel.
Yeah, but this is the 80s, man.
But it's the future. Remember, nobody understands.
Oh, yeah. Great. So just make that a straight wall then. That'd be fine.
No,
Or
he
put a
likes
fireplace.
he likes having aquatic things in the.
I love coral. It reminds me of live fossils.
Oh,
I used to be something of a fossil scientist myself.
No. That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You're welcome.
I like the fact that Picard doesn't accept Kohlrami's prejudice. I did enjoy that whole thing.
Yeah.
I like his line about him being the best there is. That's the whole point. Don't underestimate him, all that stuff. It was
The
good.
best of the best of the best.
That's
sir.
right. Yeah. I enjoyed the little ready room bit. It was pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing that was funny too, Troy tries to counsel Data. She tries to do her job, but it's like,
But she
also,
can't
like,
counsel a robot.
right. He's like, but counselor, I have no ego. And then she's like, oh yeah, well, that would be very disheartening. He's like, but counselor, I have.
I
And she's
have
like,
no
okay.
heart.
Okay. She's like, all right. She's like, just listen.
Yeah.
You lost.
Deal with it, buddy.
Yeah. And then just leaves. And he's like, okay.
Don't make me send the captain in here to yell at him. He gets real annoyed by mundane things like this.
He does.
I would too. You did this to Data, now I gotta fix it. Like, no way, dude.
Yeah. We tried really hard. We said like 4 sentences to him, and he just.
We said, like, hey, get over it and move on. And look at him.
He wouldn't
Still
do
depressed.
It. He refuses to move.
In all my years of learning how to counsel people and help people, that's what I've learned. You just say, hey, you just get over it. It could be worse.
It could be worse.
Like all the things that you don't say to people that are going through things. That's funny. I like that.
Very true.
That's how inept she feels to me sometimes.
Listen, losing is normal. Just be fine with it.
Yeah. Normalize losing.
That's right.
Run CP processing lose.
So the question I had was, did Wesley actually cheat? Because
yes,
I personally was thinking that if it was during the war games, I think it would have been more acceptable that they were tricking them during the actual simulation battle. But because it was like he had 30 something hours until they started, it's like that kind of feels like
that's true. They did not start technically yet.
Right. And so it's like, I know it's like, well, they didn't start yet, so it's okay. But at the same time, it feels like you're cheating essentially so that when the time starts, you're prepared for it rather than thinking on the spot or using that as a strategy to win. You're tilting it before you even play.
Yeah, I can see both sides. It's they sent him on a derelict ship to try to win. It's BS. So I would have rather seen the ship have those parts. And Wesley like built it or figured out a way to do it from the ship. I would have appreciated that more.
Yeah, me too.
Right? Because then you're like, oh wow, that's pretty good,
Or even the thing I thought would have been really funny was they don't have like shields up because they're doing like laser, like nothing. They're doing like nothing attacks to each other so that the computer can just register a hit.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so when the thing starts, like Wesley just lock onto that thing on the Enterprise and beam it over. Just say that
Mm-hmm.
Geordi fixed enough of the transporter so that they can make one transport, kind of a thing. Whatever.
Yeah, there's a few ways they could have done it to make it seem a little bit more fair.
Yeah.
Riker was on board too, which makes you feel like it's fair because if it wasn't, I feel like Riker would have not gone along with it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that like he is like, well, what a great job. I like that. But then I was also thinking like, well, yeah, no doubt he's gonna like it because like he just wants to
Yeah.
stick it up the Zakthorn guy's butt and then just like
Yeah.
surprise, like impress Picard. Like, of course he's gonna want the child to have fooled everybody.
But I think if anybody is going to be the one to say like, "Hey, so that's not fair. We're not doing that." Like it would have been Riker.
True. I will concede to
But I do know what you mean. Like he wants to win. He wants to.
that.
I like going back to that. I like with the scene where he's like, I've never, been given a task and not given it my all.
Yeah.
And I like that because it harkens back to the trial with Data and he's
Oh.
on the opposing team.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's really good because he found out everything he could and he like really went for him.
Yeah. 100%.
So I appreciate that like that's a thing. Like that's a character development and
I agree.
yeah, I liked it.
No, I like it
I
too.
like callbacks to old episodes. It's
It's a
I know
weird
I'm
thing.
weird. Yeah. It's a weird idea that these characters are the same from season 1 to now.
Nope, impossible.
Weird.
And then I like how they had this commercial break where they're just like, well, if everything fails, we die. And then they just go to commercial. And I was just like, oh, okay. Stay tuned. Don't turn the channel.
Yeah.
There were a couple commercial breaks here that were just, if they felt very commercial break because it was like,
Yeah.
especially this one. So Picard, we talked about it. Picard being bothered to like embolden Data, like give him courage was kind of weird. I get it, like you're saying. I get that it's like, why do I have to do this? You two people ruined it.
Yeah.
But I also was just like, I didn't enjoy the fact that he was like exasperated about it. It pays
Yeah.
off because him going to the room and some of the stuff he says to Data is like great. I
I
enjoy
like
some
his
of the stuff
speech.
he
I like his
says,
speech to him. Yeah.
but it just felt, I don't know.
Sometimes you can do everything right and still lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked his speech, but it
Me
was just
too.
like he just was so annoyed to have to go down there and do it.
Yeah, and it didn't feel like him as a captain.
No.
It just I don't know. But yeah, I like that, like you're saying, he used humanity, like how we deal with things as humans and people, like as a way to reach Data, which I enjoyed that.
It's just funny to me thinking about it because it's like he's his, second in command. He's supposed to be in the war, on the bridge with him, and they're like,
Right.
yeah, so we messed up Data, and he doesn't even want to be on the bridge, and he won't come out of his room. It's
Yeah.
just like, what? You're supposed to be on the bridge. I will not have my number one in your room.
That was good. I
Pretty
also
good.
liked the part where they're in the observation lounge and he's talking to Troy for some reason about what's going to happen, even though she's not on the bridge.
Well,
And
she's contracted to be in this episode, so
yeah, but I did like how she says, like, Data, you're over analyzing. He's like, so 21% of the time, Riker doesn't use conventional ways of tactics. And it's like, and he's going to know that we know that he doesn't use conventional tactics.
yeah.
It's like, so we should do
But he
this.
also knows that we know that he knows that we know that he doesn't use conventional ways. Yeah.
That made me that I laughed at that. You can always tell when Brett Spiner's getting ready to deliver a mouthful of dialogue. He situates himself and then he like kind of takes like a deep breath and then he just like goes because
Yeah.
he's got all this nonsense to like rattle off. I did think the start of the war games was fun. I did enjoy all that.
I like it.
They're
Yeah.
like, begin, and then the Romulan ship appears, and they're like, oh
Oh,
my god, and then
he's good.
oh, he's the best.
He's the best.
And then you just get that shot of the Enterprise, and then the Hathaways behind it going like, pip, 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 pip.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
That was pretty good. Why are you fighting?
And then the Ferengi, of all things. I forgot the Ferengi were
Why
in
are
this
you
episode.
fighting another Federation ship? Does it have gold?
Yeah, the thing that was funny was they get it on sensors, and then he's like, "You changed those codes, though, right, Data?" And Data's like, "Absolutely." And he's like, "Wow, that Mr. Worf,
He's
amazing."
good. He's the
then,
best.
yeah.
Oh my God, women. It's good.
Yeah, and so then they
Yeah. So my first thought too was like, yeah, so don't run any of these like simulations like at a
No.
Federation station or in Federation, neutral
now way out,
space. Do it way out in space where anybody can show up, and
yeah.
don't do it like above the planet, where the star bases are on the planet.
No.
Don't do it there. Do it.
Way.
Tow the ship all the way in the middle of nowhere. No, that's a great idea.
I actually really enjoyed the fact that this is the first time we get a normal view screen of the Ferengi Bridge instead of this. You, Picard!
What are you doing, Picard?
Yeah. Well, what does that sound like, Caleb? It sounds like the perfect time for trivia.
Ferengis.
Oh, not again. All right, now you're overacting.
So, in trivia this week, it's very light. For whatever reason, there wasn't a lot on this, but that's okay. So, surprise, surprise, the script was revised by Melinda Snodgrass. So that's why the dialogue is very good.
That makes sense.
Melinda recalls, I loved that script. When I came in, I thought it was a wonderful vehicle for Jonathan, and I had a lot of fun doing the rewrite. I really enjoyed writing the action, but we had a hard time selling it because it costs a lot of money to have spaceships fight.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad for the guy who wrote for this episode one time, and then she went in and rewrote it. I feel bad for him, but it seems like it really needed it, so.
Should have done a better job.
Yeah, I agree. The lithium pieces were in reality wax from a blue candle.
Ooh.
And then lastly, there was nothing in the peak performance script telling me what the character would look like, Michael Westmore recalls. And so he waited until veteran actor Roy Brocksmith came in to sit and have his head cast and alginate. It wasn't until I started sculpting over the cast of Roy's head that I was able to come up with an idea for his character. Serna Kolrami, says Westmore. Roy has a full round face, and I designed a set of appliances that would work with his features. We made a piece that went over his nose and upper lip, 2 pieces for the cheeks, and an appliance for his forehead. Westmore notes that he didn't want to do anything with the character's hair, so he instructed the stylist to slick it back. That exposed more of his face, he says. I also left his hands alone because I knew there would be several scenes of him playing a game, and he would need his hands free.
Well, that's smart.
Yeah, and I like you said, I do think his alien makeup was pretty decent.
I liked it. Yeah.
Well, that was trivia this week. So we come back, they're discussing what they should be doing about the Ferengi and how to deal with it and all these things and shooting torpedoes at the other ship and blah, blah, blah. And Worf says this line, very unfortunate, we will be dead.
Yeah.
And I kind of I liked the quote. I like it. But I also was kind of like, wouldn't Worf want to die?
In battle?
Yeah.
Not by the Ferengi, are you kidding me?
But technically not by the Enterprise. He wouldn't want the Enterprise to blow him up. So yeah, I guess that would be unfortunate. But yeah.
That would be bad.
Just was funny.
Yeah. Very unfortunate.
The plan is to shoot at the Hathaway to deceive Braktor, the Ferengi captain. I don't know. It's like, it's interesting. It allows them to reveal the warp, that they have warp capability. I get it. It's fine. But,
Well, they have to because Wesley stole it.
right. But I also was like, is there really no other way they can, like, come up with something else? But that's okay.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Because Wesley stole it.
But you know what? You know, it all comes down to the guile of the Enterprise and the Hathaway fool the Ferengi. They get him.
Yeah. So stupid.
They get him so good.
Another Federation ship.
Oh my god!
Oh, Jade!
And then that's it. Then we go down.
Have you made your decision, Picard?
Go down. Everybody's happy. They're so. What a nice work. Nice job. Great. Everybody pats each other on the back. We go down to 10 forward. And it's time for more Stratagema, right?
Stratagema.
We already kind of talked about this. So.
Yeah.
It's.
Data beats him. Everybody's happy. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's a great
roll
fate.
Credits.
Right. It's a great fate the credits thing where everybody's cheering. And after him saying, I busted him up. It's good, but it's like we said, it's I don't know. It's
problematic.
Problematic is a good way to put it. Well, that was the review of the episode, but don't click off the video yet because we're about to do the thing that everyone's been waiting for.
Caleb?
So, Caleb, who gets the Erica Ortegas Award for being the most unlikable?
I'm going to give it to Pulaski this week.
Yeah, that's not a
Pulaski.
shocker. Well, that's a good choice. I think she was a little problematic. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, I don't like how she pushes Data into that thing and then has to have somebody else fix it.
Yeah, and also does like minimal effort to do damage control after what she did.
Yeah.
She just goes in and she's like, "You need to stop being like this." And he's like, "Yeah, but there's something could be wrong with me." And she's like, "But you're just having a problem. Stop it." And he's like,
"But you're a stupid robot. I've been telling you that since I got on the ship.
Exactly.
That you're a robot. I don't even like you, but I want you to beat this guy because he's an alien and he disgusts me."
Well, the good news is we basically say goodbye to her, so
no,
don't have to worry about giving her no more awards.
Well, can't wait to see how that happens.
You're gonna be so shocked and interested.
I won't be. So here, Captain Picard's log. We're out here looking at these stars.
Exactly.
Beverly's back.
Yep. Have you seen the next episode?
Nope. But I could basically write any episode of Star Trek you need.
So next is the Elizabeth Cutler Award for the most forgettable person of the episode.
Let's give it to the ensign that takes Wesley over and doesn't do his job.
Sure. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can
He's
go.
A real goof, huh?
He's like, should I do that?
Hurry up, Wesley! I gotta get back on the bridge.
Well, next is the Mugatu Award for the best alien of the episode.
Let's give it to what's his first name? It's like Cyrano
like,
Jones.
Yeah, it's like Cerna Kolrami or something. He's a Zach Dorn.
Kolrami. Do we see those?
Oh yeah, they totally are in Star Trek Forever now.
I can never tell when you're serious and when you're not.
That's the whole point. Well, next is the Trip Tucker Award for the MVP of the episode.
I want to give it to the entire crew of the other ship.
Wow. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think they all, because I can't,
You can't say one did it all.
You can't really break it up, yeah.
You could maybe give it to Riker for picking those people, but in the long run, they all had to work together.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm definitely not giving it to Wesley for cheating.
Yeah.
But it was a combined effort.
It was a combined effort.
Of
and
cheating.
I will take it. We'll all take it.
Well, that's the thing. That's what makes it realistic. Sometimes in those situations, you got to cheat to win,
That's what we should learn from this episode.
Yep.
That's what Star Trek taught me.
Picard taught me this.
Ignore people's cultural differences and cheat to win.
Yep. Hate people that are different than you and cheat to win. God. Thanks. Yep. Just like Gene Roddenberry wanted.
Yeah. Next is the Spock Award for the best line of the episode.
That's when Worf pushes his model into the garbage and says, "No, it was just finished."
Just finished.
That was really made me laugh out loud, that part.
All set. Nope, just all set. Wasn't doing anything important.
No. First time he hasn't been on the bridge.
Yeah,
in
it's
months,
it's like the third time we've shown him doing something in his quarters, and he's immediately just like, "Nope, all set. Not doing this."
No,
anymore.
what do you need? Please, please, by all means, come in. I like to keep my room dark.
Yep, exactly. Yep, so no one can see the tears I cried.
Yeah.
Next is the Shran Award for the best action sequence.
Let's do the part where the Enterprise turns to face the Romulans, and then the other ship goes the pew 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 pew.
Yeah, I like it.
I like that.
Next is the NX Award for some sweet ship stuff.
I like the old bridge. I like the Hathaway bridge.
Yep, I knew it.
Yeah, I do this because you make me. So
it's good. I was happy to see it myself. It's always nice to have little flashbacks.
This is the only part of the show that I can control. So
I think that really showed the disparity between the Borg cube and any current Starfleet ship. They should have brought an NX ship out of mothballs.
Yeah, but they didn't know what it even looked like yet.
What's that? Well, I don't know what that is. Who's Jonathan Archer?
Even they didn't know.
No, they had no idea.
No.
Next is the Porthos Award of the cheesiest thing of the episode.
You know what? You're not going to like this. I think the cheesiest thing of this is when they introduce the Ferengis.
Oh,
and it's like, oh, yeah, big deal. And then it was like, oh no, another Federation ship is coming, and they just like take off.
Yeah.
That's pretty cheesy.
Yeah, it's fine. Why would I hate that? I don't
know. I just think like them like immediately like running away like that is a little on the nose.
Yeah. But it's the same. It's the thing we always say. It's them just everything's got to be put into a bow, you know? So.
Yeah. So they show up to this scene and it's 2 Federation ships. And they're like, hey, we want to know what's going on because this is weird. And then they blow up the ship. Now there's 1 ship and then another Federation ship was coming. They're like, oh no, 2 Federation ships. We got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but there was 2 Federation ships when you approached the Federation ships.
But it's so old. It's so old.
That's true.
It's I also was a little let down that they just were like, and then ran away. I kind of thought they were going to try to like do some sort of fancy thing in front of them or something, or like ram into them or something, and then it would be like, ram them. But no,
they didn't.
Just get out of here before the other Starfleet ship hurts us, like this other Starfleet ship could have hurted us.
Yeah. Oh well.
It's okay. It helps keep the Ferengi not as big bad baddies. So next is the Enterprise Award for the best scene of the episode.
Let's say it's when they blow up the Hathaway.
Okay.
And then Picard's like, I killed him. Now what?
Who would do such a thing? He's insane.
I'm crazy. You dare face me? I kill my own people. What makes you any different? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
So that is what Caleb thought of the episode. We appreciate him doing that award ceremony. So please take some time yourself to go down to the comment section and have a part in this award ceremony. where you can tell us who gets the Popcorn Award for the best actor of the episode. We then take those suggestions and have Caleb answer it in our other series, Hailing Frequencies Opened, as mentioned. Make sure you put somebody in there good so you can influence them real good.
Yeah, try to peer pressure me.
The gauntlet has been put down. Can you peer pressure Caleb? Let's see in the comments. And while you're down there peer pressuring Caleb to say what you want him to say, take an extra couple minutes and tell us what you thought of the episode. Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you want more of it? Or did you find that the performance of this episode unfortunately did reach its peak? Let us know down below.
Next time on Star Trek The Next Generation.
Next week's episode will not be episode 22 of Star Trek The Next Generation, entitled Shades of Grey. We will not be doing a normal Retrek review on that. We will include it in our next week's episode, which will be What Did Caleb Think of Season 2 of Star Trek The Next Generation? It is time for that look back. Can't believe it. But we have that to look forward to. But we will briefly talk about Shades of Grey at the top of that episode. That'll be nice. And then nobody gets sad. No screaming. No, none of that. But after, what does Caleb think of Season 2 of Star Trek The Next Generation?
We're going on a permanent hiatus.
We're taking a week off. So there will be no Retrek review. There will be no Hailing Frequencies. So sorry about that, but we're going to take a small little break just to have a nice refresher before we start Season 3.
Dare we?
So that'll be next week's episode. But as always, if you liked our review of this episode, like the video. If you disliked our review, dislike the video. Share it with all your friends and family and Trek enthusiasts. Subscribe so you don't miss a review. And ring that bell so you can watch the review as soon as it comes out. And then when you're done watching this review and you don't want to watch any of our previous reviews, you can always head on over to Caleb's channel. Caleb has a fun prop channel where he builds things from pop culture. He helps you to build it in the safety of your own home and to display things of that nature. We also have other podcast type material over there on his channel where him and I don't always talk about Star Trek. Sometimes we talk about things like the Jurassic Park franchise and Indiana Jones and other things of that nature. So if you enjoy any of that, make sure you head on over there, find a video that you like it, subscribe to his channel, leave a comment, leave a suggestion of something for him to make, subscribe, but ultimately you decide.
If you guys liked us talking about Quantum Leap, then you can go see how I made the prop from Quantum Leap on my channel.
The hand link. Yep.
The hand link. It will even guest stars in it.
I do guest star.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah.
You guys might like it. Go check it out on his channel. Quantum Leap.
At least to see Will come in with his cigar and his Hawaiian shirt. I mean, that's what I would watch it for.
This has been the Retrek Review. And so, computer, create me a war game scenario, but leave it at a stalemate. See you guys!